Hello and welcome to my YouTube. My name's Chris, and today I've just put together a short film to Donald Campbell and Bluebird and his speed record attempts.
Having got the effect that we required, well then of course the ballast weighted properly with properly cast lead ingots securely attached to frames which are there waiting to take ballast should the need be. The heartbreak of this project, whether it's here or indeed in other parts of the world, is that you are not only fighting the unknown with the technicalities involved, but you are being continually frustrated by this appalling weather. I never remember such an intensely foul spell as we've experienced in this last 2 months.
Press and television cameras still fill out the few spectators around the lake, but the interest appears to have decreased.
Starting to put the power on now. Julio, level now with the yellow ball, passing through 4, jumping through 5, now accelerating to 5, to 6, water all over the place, slow as lifting, a lot of water flying around, the eyes around us. And she's away, passing through the boundary one. And okay, we're through the 100 now, and testing stability and steering, about 140, and of course beginning to tramp right now. Traveling very fast indeed at 200, and I don't really know much longer than masses coming out. Now I can't hold them anymore, I can't back off. 200, and I'm holding back off.
On the cold, still waters of Lake Coniston, 45-year-old Campbell was making an attempt on the world water speed record which he held, but was trying to push up to 300 miles an hour to ensure that it remained British. Campbell was one of a rare breed, a true patriot, flying the flag for Britain wherever he went. During the past few weeks, he was dogged by misfortune. Early engine trouble forced him to hold off a record attempt. Then the weather was against him. How true to say the cards were stacked against him.
Complete accident, I'm afraid, over.
Contrary to popular belief, Bluebird's final resting place was not a mystery, as wreckage was quickly located the next day by Navy divers. Lying upright on the bottom of the lake in 142 feet, 43 metres of water, Bluebird was seen to be intact from the rear of the cockpit to the stern, but everything forward of the bulkhead behind the driver's seat was either torn apart or missing. More wreckage was found some distance from the main wreck in the following days. However, there was no sign of Donald Campbell. The local police checked the lakeshore daily for the next 3 months, but Campbell was nowhere to be found. His remains were finally found and recovered from Coniston Water in May 2001. The wreck of Bluebird K7 rested where she lay for the next 33 years, her location known but not disclosed, until she was raised by the Bluebird project team between October 2000 and May 2001. Since her recovery, Bluebird has undergone forensic examination and a comprehensive restoration using all viable original parts from the wreck. The full story of the lengthy restoration is documented on the Bluebird project's website. In August 2018, K7 finally took to the water again for trials at Loch Fad on the Isle of Bute in Scotland to give the Bluebird project team a chance to learn how to transport, launch and run her. Over 10 days, the team gradually increased speeds to 157 miles per hour, but couldn't run any faster due to the size of the loch. The runs at Bute generated a huge amount of public and media interest about Donald, K7 and the Bluebird project. As of September 2019, bureaucracy has prevented the restored K7 running at Coniston in tribute to Campbell.
Travelling at more than 100 miles an hour across Loch Fad. A successful test run, but something did go wrong. This is the moment the Perspex canopy protecting the pilot flew off. It lands in the water. No one was hurt. We showed the pilot Ted Walsh our pictures of the run.
A bit more throttle now as we just try and break out of there, and you can see it accelerates quite quickly at that point. And here we are nicely into a nice sort of 70 mile an hour pass, if you like. Now we know this condition occurs where the boat starts to nod at part throttle. That's not a condition that we really like. So at that point, as soon as we've got a couple of nods, then we punch it pretty hard. And the boat accelerates smoothly away. You can see it's lovely conditions and bosh, out of shot. I've had canopies come off when we're racing and what have you. Normally they would come off in a corner or after some incident or otherwise. So it's not unusual to lose your canopy, but it's a bit of a shock.
It now means more work for the technical team, making a new canopy, repairing old parts. But it's something Team Bluebird is used to.
It was annoying more than anything because we've got to make a new part, which has put another delay on things. But, you know, that's the way it is. And that sort of failure is the sort of thing that hydroplane pilots train for. And that's why Ted is in there, because he's the very best man for the job. He just sat amongst it and dealt with it, you know, there's no drama.
This loch is...
name Bluebird had become synonymous with record breaking during the 1920s and 30s, following the exploits of Donald's father, Sir Malcolm Campbell, in a succession of Bluebird cars and watercraft that successfully broke many world speed records. But why Bluebird K7? K7 was Lloyd's of London's insurance registration number for Bluebird, as it was the 7th craft to be registered in the unlimited hydroplane class. Bluebird carried the mark K7 in a white roundel on its sponsons underneath an infinity symbol to represent unlimited. Despite John Cobb's fatal accident in his own jet hydroplane Crusader during a record attempt on Loch Ness in September 1952, it was clear to Donald that using jet power provided the way forward for his next water record attempt. Brothers Ken and Lou Norris were commissioned to design a 3-point hydroplane to be powered by a turbojet engine. Work on Bluebird K7 began in 1952 and would eventually take nearly 3 years to complete, at a total cost of £25,000. In 2019, that's approximately £630,000.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've managed to reach this far through the film, and it's just my small way of paying a huge tribute to Donald Campbell, who held both land and water speed records in the same year. And I hope you can take the most care, and look forward to seeing you on the next film. All the very best. Cheers for now.